everyone, so today's video is going to be the Autism and Books tag. Now I'm going to tag the original creator of this tag in the description. I'm also going to film this very fast because I'm not doing well today, both physically and very much mentally. I'm just not having a good time recently. So yeah, I'm going to film this as fast as possible and just hope that I get through this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. So the first question is, getting autistic people to agree on something can be very difficult considering we are all different people and we have different opinions on stuff. Name a book that have a variety of characters that have a difficult time working together. Now I am kind of changing these questions just a little bit, especially the wording, because it's very difficult for me to remember. But for this question I chose Six of Crows. Now obviously both of these books, because this is a duology, but yeah, I feel like this team of characters have a difficult time working together, so that's why I picked this. Again, gonna move on to the next question now because I'm really not doing well, so yeah, moving on. So the next question is surrounding comorbidities, and I don't know if I pronounced that properly, but it took me 3 tries. And yeah, comorbidities are basically stuff that you get with autism sometimes, so anxiety, depression, stuff like that. So the actual question is, what is a book that has a character that keeps getting kicked down? So I don't know if I phrased that properly, but I hope you guys know what I mean, a character that bad things keep happening to. So yeah, the book that I chose for this, or the book series I chose for this, is The Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. I feel like Wei Ying, the main character in this series, very much is one of those characters who keeps getting kicked down and gets back up again and gets kicked down again. So yeah, I feel like this series fits very well with that question. So yeah, gonna put this book down now and move on to the next question. So I'm not actually gonna put this book down now because the answer to the next question is also this book series, and that is, name a book that has a group of characters or a society that have a lot of rules. And it's basically autistic people struggle to follow rules, or they really love rules. It's kind of a bit of both. And yeah, this book series has a clan, because it's all about different clans and then interacting with each other. This book series has a clan that has over 4,000 rules, and I feel like as an autistic person, you're either gonna love that or hate that. I feel like I would be one of the people who absolutely would hate that. So yeah, that's why I answered this book series for that question as well, because I felt like it was very fitting. So yeah, now I'm actually going to put it down and not pick it back up again. So yeah. The next question is surrounding ABA, which is basically a very harmful therapy type thing made for autistic people so we can come over as less autistic. It's basically the autistic version of gay conversion therapy, because it was made by the same person. So yeah, that's what I kind of mean with very harmful, because obviously gay conversion therapy is also harmful. So the question basically surrounds that whole idea of ABA, and the actual question is, what is a book that has a character that tries to control the actions of another character? And for that I chose 1,000 Perfect Notes. In this book, it's basically the mother controlling her child, and parents have a certain kind of control over their kids, but I feel like some parents take it a bit too far, and then it becomes abusive. So yeah, this book has trigger warnings for child abuse and it being done by a parent. I don't know if it actually has those trigger warnings, but I'm gonna give those to it. So yeah. And the next question is surrounding special interests, and the question is basically what is a character that is obsessed with something, so much so that if they were autistic that it would be a special interest. And for that I chose Haikyuu. I feel like everyone knows which character I mean with they're obsessed with something so much so that it seems like a special interest. And yeah, I'm not gonna name the character because I can't pronounce his name. I'll see if I can put it up here, but yeah, his special interest is volleyball. I am gonna argue that he is actually autistic. He's not just a neurotypical obsessed with something. He is autistic and his special interest is volleyball. But yeah, moving on because I'm struggling to sit up. My back hurts a lot and I can't think straight anymore. So let's just get through these last couple questions. The next question is surrounding high empathy, because autistic people, while they can also have low empathy, they can also have high empathy. I'm one of the people who has high empathy, even if my dad says otherwise, but he doesn't really know me personally because he doesn't talk to me enough. So yeah, Anyway, the question is like basically, what is a character that cares more about other people and their feelings and not really much about themselves? And the book I chose for this, or rather the manga series that I chose for this, is Demon Slayer. I'm choosing the main character of the series that like fits this kind of like high empathy stuff. I'm gonna put his name here. I once again cannot pronounce it, especially today, but yeah. I feel like he fits this description of like high empathy very well. I feel like obviously like high empathy is not just like caring more about other people and their feelings than your own, but I feel like it's also just feeling other people's emotions a bit too much, and then also your own, and then you're kind of just like struggling. So yeah, I chose Demon Slayer for this. Moving on. The next question is surrounding like sensory stuff. Basically, autistic people struggle a lot with like certain textures or foods or sounds or whatever, and it can overwhelm them. And the question is basically like, what is a book that has a character that has like, you know, special powers or something like that that overwhelm them? I didn't actually answer a book for this because I'm not really a fantasy reader, so I couldn't really think of any. So yeah, moving on. Then next is a question surrounding safe food. Now, autistic people usually have like specific foods that they really like and will eat like on a daily basis if you don't live with, you know, parents that try to control what you eat, that is. But yeah, basically the question is like, what is a food from like a book that you want to try or you don't want to try? And for me, that's basically like what I want to try is like any food that has like pasta in it, because I really like pasta. Foods that I don't want to try is basically like anything else, because I recently have been trying to like, you know, diversify my eating a bit, and it's not been going well, and I've basically been hating every single thing that I eat. So yeah, I'm doing great. Then finally we are at the last question of this tag, which is very good because I really just want to lay down and sleep because I'm in a lot of pain and I'm not doing well. So yeah, basically this question is surrounding like late diagnosis. A lot of autistic people get diagnosed really late. I was one of them. And yeah, the question is basically like, name a book that has a character that didn't know what was going on until like the very end. And for this question I chose Allegedly. Now the character that I'm talking about was basically like every character in the book except for the main character, and then me as the reader as well, because I didn't know what was happening until like the very end, like literally the last couple sentences. So yeah, I feel like this is a very good answer to that question. I hope you guys think so as well. And yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm very glad this one's over and done with, because I'm done with filming today. This is the only video that I filmed today. I usually film 2. Today I'm just gonna film 1. I'm just not feeling up to it. So yeah, I hope you guys still enjoyed this like video regardless. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye.